Hello, my name is Trisha Patel, and I am not only an aspiring entrepreneur, but I'm also a lifestyle entrepreneur. And today I will be demonstrating a business plan for Eco Cleaners, a limited liability corporation. So the target problem is the lack of quality, efficiency, convenience, great service, environmentally friendly processes, market differentiation, and growth potential in the dry cleaning industry as a whole. So my idea is to create this Eco Cleaners, which utilizes high quality, extreme efficiency, great convenience, great service, environmentally friendly processes that have not been used in the industry thus far, as well as market differentiation and growth potential, including pickup and delivery, as well as multiple locations in all around the Dallas Metroplex. Moving on. So my vision statement for Eco Cleaners is, our vision is to be the premier dry cleaner in Dallas by offering exceptional service, outstanding quality, and unmatchable convenience. This is the way we're going to be ahead of the game for the whole dry cleaning industry as a whole. Now, our mission statement is to provide the leading dry cleaning and laundry quality to our customers by utilizing environmentally friendly methods and modern equipment in order to responsibly serve our community. So our target mission returns and target financial returns for the venture are as follows. So during year one, we're looking to make $25,000 over the whole year for profit, and we'll do this by making $10,000 each month. So we multiply that by 12, giving us $120,000 for our gross sales, but our profit will be 20% of that, which ends up being $25,000. So our return on investment to the bank would be $2,500 after the note payment. And then for year two, we're looking at making $55,000 overall profit for the year, which would be $20,000 each month for 12 months, making our gross sales $240,000, and the profit will be 22% of that, which is $55,000. And then for year three, we're looking at making $75,000 in profit, which is $30,000 each month for 12 months, equaling $360,000, and the profit will be 20% of that. So as you can see, for year two, we'll be giving the bank roughly $8,200 after the note payment. In year three, we'll be giving them $15,000 after the note payment. Moving on, now I'll be describing the business model. So to start off with the business model, we start with our key partners. And since I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur, we're focusing on the family and how all of us can benefit from the business in order to survive. So it's family owned and operated, as mentioned, and we'll be using local vendors such as Fabriclean Supply and Cleaner Source Direct, which are local vendors. We'll also be using national vendors such as Cleaner Supply in order to get different supplies like tags, in order to tag the clothes and different chemicals, and like the drop-off and pick-up bags and hangers and such. And then our key resources are to acquire from partners through expansion and growth potential through choosing the best locations. And through choosing the best locations, our family members have been living in the Dallas area for such a long time. They know where the best spots are located in the Dallas Metroplex, and they know who is willing to spend money, as well as those customers who are truly into the environment, which is what we're selling right now because we're not using harmful chemicals. So our customers are going to be those niche market customers that shop at stores such as like Whole Foods, who really do care about sustainable living. And so we're going to acquire experience through family members who've been in the business before, who have backgrounds in accounting, operations, as well as textiles and human resources in order to keep the Eco Cleaners running successfully. And then finally, family members are in charge of spotting, customer service, scheduling, bookkeeping, quality control, and day-to-day operations. So overall, we're going to be operating day-to-day with family members, as well as hiring employees in order so that they can be just as good as we are. Moving on. So another part of the business model is the key activities. So our value propositions require controlled garment flow, professional spotting, dry cleaning, and laundry. And this is imperative in the business because if we do not have controlled garment flow, clothes will be missing every single day. So it's our job to make sure that the clothes are getting into the right packages in order for customers' clothes not to go missing. And professional spotting is a must. Customers aren't going to come back to us if we don't guarantee that their stains are going to come out. We're going to try. If the stain doesn't come out the first time, we're going to try the second time. We're not going to give them the garment without it being tried multiple times because it's a waste of our time and the customer's time. If they come back to pick up their clothes and the stain hasn't been removed, we want to tell them that we've tried it multiple times and apologize, but for example, wine stain just wouldn't come out and we didn't want to ruin the material. One of the key roles in the key activities is the distribution channel. The distribution channel is when the customer first drops off the clothes and then when the employee who accepted the incoming clothes tags the clothes, and then the clothes go through the in-depth cleaning process using those eco-friendly processes that we've mentioned several times, and then the bagging of the clothes, and then the returning of the clothes. It's imperative for all employees in management to understand the distribution channel. And another main key activity that a dry cleaner goes through is face-to-face customer interaction daily. Every single day you are talking to the customers. This isn't the sort of business where it's technology based and you never see the customer. You will see the customer. If you make a mistake, the customer will let you know. So it's important to have great communication skills, which is another key activity. And then the last key activity is gaining revenue by charging customers for service at time of pickup. That's the whole point of the business, is to get the revenue from the customer and the customer being satisfied with the way their clothes were cleaned. Moving on, another part of the business model is the value proposition. Value proposition is why do we have value and why is the customer coming to us? So we provide the customer value through convenient location. Once again, we found the best spots in the Dallas area. Through stain removal, once again, we have been committed to removing that stain. We know about textiles. We know about what different solvents can be used on what type of materials. So we are geared towards getting out the customer's stains. We're also hiring the best of the best pressers. Our pressers have been pressing for years and years. They know exactly what they're doing. If you don't want a crease, you won't get a crease. If you do want a crease, you will get a crease. It's not one of those cleaners where you say no crease, but for some reason there's a line down your denim pants. Quality control, like we've mentioned before, quality control is imperative in giving the customer value. They're not going to continue to come to us if we're not making sure that the highest quality is being offered to their garments. We do offer minor repairs. Not all dry cleaners do offer minor repairs. If your seam is coming undone, we'll fix it on property. If your button has popped off, we'll fix it on property. Not only that, but we have partnerships with a different type of alteration company who can do more in-depth alterations such as fixing your zipper or tightening pants and such. So we do offer repairs for all garments. And then we are offering the customer value by returning all clothes back in great condition with outstanding customer service. I don't know if you've ever been to a dry cleaner's, I'm sure you have, but you deliver your suit and you pick up your suit, but you never once actually had a conversation with the person helping you. We're a family-owned business. We want to know about your life. We want to know what you like and don't like about our company, and so that's why we communicate with great responsibility and respect to our customers in order to keep them coming back, which is why we have that added value compared to the other dry cleaners. And then all customers are provided with dry cleaning and laundry services of all garments, household items, leather, wedding dresses, and once again, minor alterations. Not all cleaners can clean your leather items. Not all cleaners will do your wedding dress, and not all cleaners will do your household items. Sometimes they only do specific everyday blouses and pants, but we're offering them the service of comforters, drapes, all sorts of different things. We've also been doing drapes for different businesses such as hotels, so we have that knowledge of how to get drapes cleaned and make sure that they don't shrink, because customers won't come back to us if their drapes are shrinking. So it's all about value for the customers. And we do also offer different starch types. Most cleaners do, but we offer no starch, light starch, medium starch, and heavy starch. And our employees are knowledgeable on starch. If a customer comes in not knowing what starch is, we can tell them light starch means you can easily move around. Heavy starch is very stiff. It's important for the employees to know about the starch types in order to explain it to the customers. And then last but not least, we are providing physiological and esteem needs to customers. This goes back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Physiological, you need clothes in order to survive, in order to stay warm, everyone needs clothes, especially to go to work. The esteem needs comes to feeling confident in the clothes you're wearing. We want you to feel confident. We don't want you to worry about coffee stains, any other buttons not being buttoned. We're giving you your top of the line clothes back to you top of mint condition in order for you to feel high self-esteem when going to different meetings and such. Moving on. Another aspect of the business model is customer relationships. Like I've mentioned several times, we deal with the customer every single day face to face. Customers expect a personal relationship, trust, and integrity in taking responsibility for the expensive garments. We are established in any and all customer segments, primarily working professionals. So we deal with working professionals. These professionals are well educated. They know how to speak to people. They have a high education level, and so that's why we want our employees to be highly educational and knowledgeable in order to communicate with their employees. Each customer segment is provided with professional cleaned and pressed clothes to maintain a positive image. This goes back to the niche markets. We deal with customers who have a specific need for their clothes. They're not choosing those dry cleaning super centers because they want their clothes just quickly done and returned to them without any sort of care for their garments. These are the customers who shop at Whole Foods, Neiman's. They want their pieces with the best service. And then last but not least, we provide quality at a fair price. Moving on. Customer segment. Creating value for segmented target markets. We have different segments of the market that we're targeting in order to come to our dry cleaners. And then our most important customers consist of neighborhood families and white-collar professionals. Moving on. Key resources is a big part of the business model. Our value propositions require human interaction. Our distribution channels are people-to-people oriented, and we rely on excellent personal customer relationships in order to keep loyalty. Loyalty is key in this business in order to keep you successful in getting new customers. Getting new customers isn't everything for this business. You want to keep your customers in order for them to refer them to other people and for them to only come to you when getting all garments cleaned. And lastly, revenue comes from our loyal customers, so loyalty is key in this business. Moving on. Channels. Customer segments are reached through direct marketing, marriage mail marketing, register tape marketing, and word of mouth. Now, you might not know what all of those are, but direct marketing are flyers you get in your mailbox, as well as marriage mail marketing. Register tape marketing is when you go to your local Tom Thumb, you will get a coupon for us on the back of the register tape. This is also being eco-friendly by using paper that you're going to get regardless instead of wasting paper. Also, word of mouth is our best and cheapest way of marketing, and it's our preferred method. All marketing strategies work in tandem with each other through coupons and special offers from season to season. And then once again, word of mouth is the best form of advertising for us, which is what we're going to aim to do for the business. Moving on. A cost structure for Eco Cleaners LLC is labor and rent are our most expensive cost in our business model. Utilities, dry cleaning, solvent, packaging are the most expensive key resources. production is the most expensive key activity, and then we work through economies of scale. The higher the volume, the lower the cost. So we want people to bring in all their garments in order to save us money in the end. Moving on. Revenue streams. This is pretty simple in this business. There's no sort of middleman for the dry cleaning industry. Customers are willing to pay for impeccable quality and service rendered at time of order. So we get paid when we give them their clothes back in mint condition. Customers can pay by cash, check, or credit card, but during this day and age, 90% of our revenue comes from credit cards. Moving on. Proposed venture consistent with organization's mission. So this means we will be consistent with our mission statement by hiring and training employees on how to communicate with customers, as well as making sure the employees are aware of our mission statement. This all comes back to our mission statement. How is our venture going to be consistent with what we're saying we're promising our customers? We do this by hiring and training employees the right way. All our employees are going to know the mission statement in order to offer our customers that good quality, that eco-friendly process, the customer service that we promise to each and every one of our customers. Moving on. Innovation. How are we going to innovate the dry cleaning business Eco Cleaners LLC? We're going to name our venture Eco Cleaners. There's no Eco Cleaners out there. That's going to be our name, and we're going to have a logo so that people know what our business is, just like how Starbucks is. They have their logo, their copyrights, their trademarks, and Eco Cleaners is going to have the same sort of things. We're going to purchase state-of-the-art dry cleaning equipment geared towards environmentally friendly dry cleaning. This is a new sort of industry. Not everyone has wet cleaning machines. They don't have that top-of-the-line machinery that we're going to have. A lot of cleaners are using 10 to 20-year-old equipment. Ours is going to be top of the line. You won't accidentally rip a garment with our machinery because it's going to be top of the line, and our customers are going to be, our employees are going to be trained on how to use each and every single piece of equipment that we have in our plant. We're going to use the best eco-friendly solvents and biodegradable soaps. Several cleaners are using PERC, which is a harmful chemical. We will be using these biodegradable soaps that will also leave your skin without rashes like some of those harsh chemicals leave. And then finally, we use eco-friendly recycled packaging and promote recycling. We will have promotions where if you bring an X amount of hangers, you will get a discount on your whole entire package. So it's things like this that are going to keep us competitive compared to our competition. Moving on. Strategy to serve the market. How are we going to serve the market? We're going to be the best local neighborhood cleaners with a mom and pop feel. Mom and pop feel is what we are. We're not a big corporation. We're not a franchise. And people come to us because they know us. They recognize the people working here, and they have a great relationship with the cleaners that they go to on a weekly basis. And we will have personal face-to-face service by getting to know the customer. When you walk in, we know your name. We know your kid's name. We know your favorite candy. You come to us every week. You expect us to know information about you and so forth. And then make the customer feel at home by knowing their name and making them feel special. Last but not least, our motto is the dry cleaners that cares. It's so important for customers to know that we care in order to keep them loyal and coming back, because like mentioned before, loyalty is what keeps the revenue coming. Moving on. Our competitive advantage. We are competitive by using eco-friendly processes. We serve the community with safe, non-toxic, and odorless dry cleaning and laundry services in order to offer quality without compromise. Also, we will meet all Environmental Protection Agency standards. So we are truly committed to the environment by meeting all EPA standards. Moving on. The capital required. Now this is important. This is how much money we're going to be needing approximately. So the production equipment, including installation and computer systems, equals $120 grand, and then the finish out is $65,000, which comes from plumbing of $10 grand, electricity of $10,000, drywall of $8,000, bathroom will cost $6,000, storefront will cost $4,000, the boiler room, which will include fireproof which will be fireproof, meeting all city requirements and standards, will be $4,000. Flooring will be $4,000. Window signage will be $1,000. Company signage with our logo will be $4,500. We're willing to spend more money on our company signage because that's what people know about us. They know our name, they know our logos, like Starbucks or Whole Foods. Fire sprinkler systems will be $5,000, security system $2,500, and miscellaneous or overages of $6,000 is how we add up to $65,000. Our pre-opening advertising cost will be $5,000. Our first 6-month losses, because we're a startup company, we put into this number is $25,000, and then emergency working capital will be $25,000. So approximately, we'll need $240,000. Moving on. So this is our projected income and expenses. Now, as you can see, I got this example from cleaners called Lakeside Cleaners, and their CPA was nice enough to give us their profit and loss statement. So 2013 would be our projected first year, 2012 will be our projected second year, and 2014 will be our projected third year. The numbers are off slightly due to the recession during year 2, and then let me just get more into detail for this. So 2013 would be our projected first year. So here's 2013. We'll make $622,000, but after cost of goods sold and all expenses, our net income is $17,000 approximately. So that's what our projected income will be for our first year. So obviously, these are past years. So our first year, which will be 2016, we'll be hoping to make $17,000. And then our second year, which will be 2017, we would want to make roughly $52,000, and we get this by having income of $573,000 minus total cost of goods and expenses comes down to $50,000. And then our third year of being in operation, which will be 2018, we will make approximately $593,000, deduct cost of goods and expenses and such, and get down to about $70,000. So each month we're looking at slowly increasing our incoming profits and such. Moving on. So, our expected mission and financial returns. So, what I just showed you was like an example of a target, but this is what is expected for us to be making. First year, we'll be expected to make $15,000, second year $50,000, third year $70,000. Now these are minimums that we want to make. So obviously we'd be ecstatic to make more, but this is our minimum that we are wanting to make. And then we will continue to use eco-friendly solvents, soaps, and machines. And we will continue to serve our community with leading dry cleaning and laundry services. So that goes back to our mission statement, and that's how we're going to expect to get these financial returns. Moving on. So our statement of risk mitigation, and exit strategy. Now we don't want this to happen, but if it does have to happen, we do have an in-depth exit strategy. If the volume of garments does not pick up enough to break even, then we will be forced to sell the business to pay off any debt incurred. Luckily, we'll have so many assets by purchasing the machinery and have the business set up that we could easily sell the business to other entrepreneurs, and our best people to buy the business would be competitors, because they will be interested in purchasing the business in order to increase their business, and then that way they could also start with that eco-friendly feel for their business and learn from what we've been doing. So this is definitely a great exit strategy, and we're willing to sell the business if needed. Moving on. So how big are we going to get? What is our venture scale? Well, we're going to start with that one main dry cleaning plant. And then after 1 year, we're going to want to open one more location. After 2 years, we want to open a second location. And then we are going to begin doing pickup and delivery to increase volume and avoid rent and other overheads within 6 months of opening the plant in order to make the plant run at full capacity before opening the first and the other pickup locations. Moving on. So, business goals and objectives. So, obviously we want to open multiple locations. We want to be the go-to dry cleaner for same-day service, pickup and delivery, and delicate items. If people come to us by 9 a.m., they will get their clothes out by 5 p.m. This is another way we're being competitive based on customers being happy with our service and us being efficient. For, say, they have a last-minute interview, they have a last-minute meeting that they need this suit by, we'll get it to them for them. And then our goal is to make profit after 6 months, and we will advertise our unique eco-friendly dry cleaners so that people from suburbs who work in Dallas come to get their clothes cleaned and pressed. So even though they don't live in Dallas and they don't live next to our eco cleaners, they're still willing to come to our cleaners because they work in that area and it's convenient for them and they like the eco-friendly feel. Moving on. Social impact. We are social entrepreneurs. We care about sustainability. We care about the earth. We care about the environment, and we want everyone to live a sustainable life. So we're saying goodbye to big franchises and huge corporations. We promote small and pop businesses, and we keep the environment safe and clean from harmful chemicals. Moving on. Our action plan. So, what are you getting from this? We want you, the bank, to lend us $240,000 in order to grow this idea into a reality. We have all the finances, employees, advertising, and location ideas, but once we get the funding from you, we can bring the idea into motion. If necessary, we can come up with 20% down payment from family funds. So I appreciate your time, and I hope that you liked the Eco Cleaners LLC business plan, and we look forward to doing business with you in the near future.